Hello dear students, in the first chapter of paper 1, estimates, types of estimates and sanctions, we discuss exactly how estimates are prepared. What is the procedure of preparing an estimate? All of you know very well, all of you remember very well that estimate is worked out in two parts, and those two parts are taking out quantities and second is costing of those quantities which are already worked out. So we will focus now on the first part of estimating, that is taking out quantities, how these quantities are taken out. Now in civil engineering, normally drawings are given first, sectional elevation is given. With reference to that, we determine quantities of various items of construction work. For that purpose, we need dimensions which will be given in the drawing. We need length of a particular item, we need breadth of a particular item, we need depth or height of a particular item. So these details will be given in the working drawing. With reference to that, by applying simple mathematical concepts of finding area and volume, you have to find out, we have to determine quantities of various items of construction work. So to clear this concept in a detailed way, we are taking one example, we are considering one problem in which plan is given and sectional elevation is also given to you. Now this plan is a very simple plan which shows dimensions of one room, dimensions of single room. Internal dimensions of this room are 6 meters by 4 meters. 6 meter is the length, 4 meter is the width, and this particular room has wall thickness 30 centimeters, that is 0.3 meters. Okay, now this is a plan and this is a section at AA. When you take a section here, AA dash, then somehow it will look like this. We need sectional elevation to know cross-sectional details. So how this sectional elevation is, you understand first. This is the ground level. Below ground level, there is a UCR masonry up to 0.5 meters depth. Above ground level, there is UCR masonry in plinth of 0.5 meter height. So total height of UCR masonry is 1 meter. This particular UCR masonry in foundation and plinth is resting on plain cement concrete foundation, and this PCC has width 0.9 meters, thickness of PCC is 0.15 meters. Then width of this UCR masonry in foundation and plinth is 0.6 meters, and above plinth there is a superstructure in brick masonry, and height of this superstructure wall which is constructed in brick masonry is 3.2 meters. So here superstructure wall, you can see that it is 0.3 meters. Then below that 0.6 meters UCR masonry, and below that 0.9 meters PCC in foundation. So this is the drawing which is given to you. Now what is the question you understand first? Calculate the quantities of following items of construction work with the help of given drawings. The first item which you have to calculate is earthwork in excavation for this particular room. If this is the sectional elevation, how much will be the quantity of excavation? Second is you have to calculate quantity of PCC in foundation. That is this particular item of work, that is PCC, plain cement concrete in foundation. You need to calculate the quantity of PCC in foundation also. Third item is UCR, that is uncoursed rubble masonry in foundation and plinth. In foundation and plinth means below ground level there is a foundation and above ground level it's a plinth. So what is the quantity of UCR masonry in foundation, that is below ground level, and in plinth, that is above ground level? Section is same, below ground level and above ground level. So the third item is UCR, that is uncoursed rubble masonry in foundation and plinth. Fourth item is brickwork in superstructure. Above this UCR masonry, there is a brickwork. This particular section, this particular part is called as superstructure, and this is a brickwork. You can see these double lines that indicates that this is a brickwork in superstructure. Height of this brickwork is 3.2 meters. After that, we need to calculate quantity of internal plastering in cement mortar 1:3. Internal plastering means plastering for these walls, Obviously, you can see there are openings here, W1, W1. These are the two windows of same dimensions. There is one more window of different dimensions that we are treated as W2. We have labeled it as W2, and here there is a door opening. Dimensions of windows, that is W1 is 1.2 meters by 1 meters. W2 1.5 meters by 1 meter. 1.5 meters means width is 1.5 meters and height is 1 meter, and door size is 1.2 meters and height is 2.1 meters. So internal plastering, when you calculate, make sure that in these openings plastering will not be there. Even in brickwork also, brickwork we need to consider these openings because there is no brickwork in the opening which will be constructed. So that much quantity we have to consider, that will be treated as deductions, especially in brickwork and plastering. We have to remember that. Okay, and then after that, the last item is RCC roof slab. Above this room there is a RCC roof slab that will be laid, or casting will be done over this room, and dimensions of that slab will be equal to whatever the dimensions of this external dimensions of this room. That means exactly what, when we are going to raise the slab, it will definitely rest on the entire wall thickness also. That means length of the slab will be equal to 6 meters plus 0.3 meters on one side plus 0.3 meters on the other side, that is 6.6 meters, and width of the slab will be 4 plus 0.3 plus 0.3, that is 4.6 meters. Thickness of slab will be given to you. So that we will discuss when we are calculating the quantity of RCC roof slab. Proportion of concrete is already given, that is M15. So that means 1:2:4. So these are the basic items of construction work, quantity of which we have to find out. Now let us consider the first item, and before considering that first item, first of all you understand this plan at superstructure level. Superstructure level means what? At this level this plan has been drawn. Now this particular room, already I told you, internal dimensions 6 meters by 4 meters. Now we'll try to locate one center line in this superstructure plan. Now this center line, when it is located, this point is A. I hope you can read this. This point is B, this point is C, and this point is D. Now when center line is located, it will be exactly at the center of this wall, like this. So if I want to find out center to center length here, AB, for this horizontal line, this length of AB will be equal to 6 meters plus half of 0.3, that is 0.15, plus half of 0.13, that is again 0.15. So center to center length will be equal to 6 plus 0.3, that is 6.3 meters. And here center to center length of AD, that is from this point to this point, it will be equal to 4 plus 0.15 here and 0.15 here. So that comes to 4.3 meters. So this will be the center to center length. Now horizontal walls, we will treat them as a long wall, and vertical walls will treat them as a short wall. So how much is the center to center length for long wall? And that will be equal to how much? 6.3 meters. There are two walls, two long walls having same dimensions. One is AB and one is this CD. So length, center to center length of AB will be equal to 6.3 meters. Center to center length of CD also will be equal to 6.3 meters. For AD, center to center length will be equal to 4.3 meters, and for BC also center to center length will be equal to 4.3 meters. So we understood exactly how to determine center to center length here with the help of superstructure plan. Now what is the role of this center to center length, or why we need to find out this center to center length? That also you understand. Remember that this particular section is symmetrical about the center line. That means exactly what? Position of center line will not be changed. Position of center line, understand what I'm saying exactly? Position of the center line will not be changed. That means exactly what? When we consider the superstructure plan, this will be the position of center line. Width or wall thickness will be equal to 0.3 meters. Now when we go down, that is at UCR foundation or UCR masonry in foundation and plinth, that level, only width will be changed here, or wall thickness will be changed, that is 0.6 meters. but position of center line will remain same. That means what? AB points will remain same, or location of point A, location of point B, location of point C, location of point D will remain same. That means position of the center line will remain same, only this width will go on increasing. Now at superstructure level it is 0.3. When we go down for UCR masonry foundation and plinth, it will be 0.6 meters, and when we go down at foundation level, that is at PCC level, it will be equal to 0.9 meters, and even for the excavation level also it will be same, that is 0.9 meters, because width of excavation is always equal to width of PCC. How to understand the width of excavation? Whatever is the maximum width which is seen in the cross section, that width you have to consider as width of excavation. Now in the given sectional elevation, width of PCC or the maximum width is 0.9 meters. So here in the given problem, width of excavation or pits which will be dug for excavation will have width equal to 0.9 meters. So understand exactly what is given in this. So in the given problem, plan and section of a single room of 6 by 4 meters, internal dimension that has been given. Wall thickness for brickwork in superstructure, it is 30 centimeters, that is 0.3 meters. Brickwork height, that is also given in the section elevation, that is 3.2 meters. UCR masonry in foundation and plinth, width is equal to 60 centimeters, that means it is 0.6 meters. Height of UCR masonry wall above and below ground level, above ground level it is 0.5, below ground level it is 0.5. So the total height of UCR masonry is 1 meters, 0.5 above and 0.5 meters below ground level. And PCC in foundation concrete, that is equal to 90 centimeters, that is 0.9 meters, and thickness is equal to 0.15 meters. So for your reference, this foundation plan has been drawn. Now why this foundation plan has been drawn? To understand exactly how excavation will be done at the footing level, at PCC level. Now all of you know that width of excavation, that is this width, will be equal to 0.9 meters. Refer to the cross section again. It is 0.9 meters is the width of PCC, so same will be the width of excavation. So 0.9 meters, already I told you that position of center line will not be changed. This is point A, this is point B, this is point C, and this is point D. So length of AB will not be changed here, only the plan width has been changed. Now instead of 0.3 meters, this has become 0.9 meters. You understand that? Instead of 0.3 meters at superstructure level, now this has become 0.9 meters. Okay, so this is a plan at foundation level. See, walls have been drawn. Actual excavation on site will be done with reference to this plan. Remember this. Once again I am telling you, actual excavation on site will be done with the help of this foundation plan. Lines here, outer lines of excavation will be marked with the help of lime powder on the ground, and then after that excavation will be done. Let us consider this particular shaded portion first. Now for this particular shaded portion, if we want to calculate the quantity of excavation means exactly what? We need to find out volume of excavation. How to find out that? For that purpose we need to know length of excavation multiplied by width of excavation multiplied by depth of excavation. Now length of excavation will be equal to what? Here center to center length, that is 6.3, already we calculated this with the previous drawing with the help of superstructure drawing. This is already calculated 6.3 meters. Now this entire section is of 0.9 meters width, and this is the center line, so this will be equal to 0.45 meters. This also will be equal to 0.45 meters. So from this end to this end, total length will be equal to 6.3 plus 0.45 plus 0.45, that is 2 into 0.45, that is equal to 0.9 meters. So 6.3 plus 0.9 meters, that is equal to 7.2. So this will be the total length of excavation. Now we are treating these horizontal walls as long wall. So total length of long wall, that is from out to out, will be equal to 7.2, that is 6.3 plus 2 into 0.45, that is 7.2 meters. So this will be the out to out length of long wall. I hope all of you understood this. Now, how many walls are like this? How many long walls are there of the same dimensions? Here you can make out there is one more wall. What is the length here? Same thing, that is 7.2 meters. How much is the width? 0.9 meters. And depth of excavation, that we have to determine with the help of sectional elevation. Just have a look once again. Below ground level, UCR masonry is 0.5 meters up to the top of PCC, and PCC thickness is 0.15. So total depth of excavation will be equal to 0.5, that is for UCR, and 0.15 for PCC in foundation, that is 0.65 meters will be the depth of excavation. So this entire plan, we are going to divide it into long walls and short walls. Okay, now these walls which you see shaded, they are considered as long walls. Both these long walls, they have same dimensions, same length, same width, and same depth of excavation. Now after digging this much portion, say, or try to visualize that, try to imagine that excavation or actual excavation is started on site with reference to the markings with lime powder on site. Now this portion is excavated, this portion is also excavated. So how much portion is left without excavation? Only this portion. Now for this particular portion, how to find out length? Already center to center length, if you know these points, this is point A, point B, point C, and point D. So distance between A and D, you are determined with the help of superstructure plan, and that was equal to 4.3 meters. So this is 4.3 meters, that is center to center length. Now from that we need to subtract this half width, because already this portion is excavated, so we don't have to consider it twice. So this half width minus again this half width, so 4.3 meters minus half width this side and half width this side. So effective length of this particular wall will be equal to 4.3 minus 0.45 into 2, that is minus 0.9, we get 3.4 meters. So only for this particular portion, length will be equal to 3.4 meters, width will be equal to 0.9 meters, and depth of excavation will not change. It will be same, that is 0.65 meters. Now this vertical wall, that will be treated as a short wall. Of the same dimensions, there are two walls. This is one wall and this is one more wall. So number of short walls are 2. For this particular foundation plan, there are 2 long walls and there are 2 short walls. For long walls, we add 1 width to the center length, and for short walls, we subtract 1 width from the center to center length. I hope all of you understood this. So shall we proceed with the next part, that is how we have calculated this center to center length of long wall, that you understand here. Already we discussed about this. Center to center length of long wall is equal to 6 plus 2 into 0.15, that is 6 plus 0.3, that is 6.3 meters. Center to center length of short wall is equal to 4 plus 2 into 0.15, that is 4 plus 0.3, that is equal to 4.3 meters. Now we will go for the first item of work, that is quantity of excavation. Now what is quantity of excavation here? For that purpose, we need to know the length of long wall out to out. Just now we discussed about the foundation plan, and we calculated that length of long wall, which is considered O oblique O, means out to out, is equal to center length of long wall plus 1 width of excavation. Whatever is the width of excavation, half on each side, that means 1 width we have to add. So 6.3 plus 0.9, that is equal to 7.2 meters. This calculation already we discussed with foundation with reference to the foundation plan. Now length of short wall is equal to center length minus 1 width of excavation. Minus 1 width how? Minus half width on one side and half width on the other side. So effective length of short wall, that is in to in, normally we say it as in to in, I oblique I. This is out to out. That is equal to 4.3 meters, center to center length, which we calculated with reference to the superstructure plan. 4.3 minus 0.9. Here understand, we add 1 width. Here we subtract 1 width to calculate the exact length of short wall. So length of long wall is equal to 7.2 meters. This is only for excavation. And length of short wall is equal to 3.4 meters. Now the next is quantity of excavation. Actual quantity of excavation, how it is calculated, you understand? We'll calculate separately. For long wall, length is different, for short wall, length is different. Even if other dimensions are same, lengths are different, that's why we'll calculate it separately. For long wall, quantity of excavation will be equal to length into breadth into depth of excavation. How much is the length? 7.2 meters already we calculated. 7.2 multiplied by width of excavation. Refer to the foundation plan again. So it is 0.9 meters multiplied by, I told you already how we got this 0.65. Below ground level up to the bottom level of PCC, whatever the depth which is seen in the section, that depth is considered as depth of excavation. Refer to the section elevation once again. You will see that below ground level, there is a UCR masonry up to 0.5 meter depth up to the top of PCC, and after that there is a PCC of 15 centimeter thickness. So total depth below ground level till the bottom of PCC is 50 centimeters plus 15 centimeters, that is 65 centimeters, that is equal to 0.65 meters. And like this, there are two walls. Two horizontal walls are there of same dimensions, that is 7.2 by 0.9 into 0.65 multiplied by two numbers. So you get quantity of excavation for long wall, that is equal to multiplication of this comes to 8.424 cubic meters. You also can calculate at your level, check whether it is correct or not. Then second part is short walls. Concept is same, length of short wall multiplied by width of excavation multiplied by depth of excavation. You get quantity of excavation for those vertical walls, that is short walls. We treat them as into in. So this length is equal to 3.4 meters. Already you know how it is calculated. 4.3 minus 0.9 meters, that comes to 3.4 meters multiplied by width of excavation, that is 0.9 meters multiplied by depth of excavation. Remaining dimensions are same as that of long wall. 0.9 into 0.65, and since there are two short walls having same dimensions, that's why it is multiplied by 2, and this multiplication comes to 3.978 cubic meters. So total quantity of excavation will be equal to quantity of excavation for long wall plus quantity of excavation for short wall. So that is A plus B. So here it is given total quantity of excavation will be equal to A plus B, that is 8.424 plus 3.978 here. This is for long wall, this is for short wall. So total quantity of excavation in this particular, as per the plan which is given to you, is 12.402 cubic meters. I hope all of you have understood very clearly how we calculated quantity of excavation. So total quantity of excavation is equal to this plus this, that is quantity of excavation for long wall plus quantity of excavation for short wall, that is equal to 12.402. So next item is we have to find out quantity of PCC in foundation. Now how to find out this quantity of PCC, that is plain cement concrete in foundation? Normal proportion is 1:4:8 or 1:3:6, but that proportion does not matter since we have to calculate the volume of PCC. Now on the same track, you can calculate quantity of PCC. How we calculated quantity of excavation, on the same track we can calculate quantity of PCC also. How? Again, we have to divide this quantity into long wall and short wall. Now observe very carefully exactly which dimensions have been changed. Again the concept is same. For long wall it will be equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by thickness of PCC. For excavation we consider depth of excavation. For PCC we are considering only thickness of PCC. So whatever is the length of long wall for excavation, same will be the length of long wall for PCC. Now why it is so? Reason is very simple, because both the sections, both the items, they have got same width. Whatever was the width of excavation, same is the width of PCC. That's why length of long wall for PCC will be same as that of excavation. So length is 7.2 multiplied by width of PCC, that is also same. Check it is 0.9 meters, because whatever is the width of PCC, same is the width of excavation. So both will be same. Here 7.2 multiplied by 0.9, only this will be different. Because in case of excavation, we have to excavate up to the complete depth below the ground level. But here when we are considering PCC, we have to consider only the PCC thickness, PCC item, that is 0.15 thickness. So 7.2 into 0.9 into 0.15, but there are two long walls of same dimensions, that's why it is multiplied by 2, and quantity of PCC is 1.94. Multiplication of this is 1.944 cubic meters. At your end, you please check the calculations also. Then we consider for short wall. Short wall, it is equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by again thickness of PCC. Now what is the length of short wall? Again, like excavation, short wall length will be into in, because already PCC has been done for long walls. So whatever the part, whatever the portion which is left for short wall, that much only we have to cover, and that is equal to 3.4 meters. Width of PCC is again 0.9 meters. Thickness of PCC is again 0.15 meters. Now same dimensions, there are two short walls, that's why multiplied by 2. Multiplication of these figures, that comes to 0.918 cubic meters. And finally, we have to find out the total quantity of PCC in foundation, which will be equal to A plus B. That is, total quantity of PCC in foundation is equal to A plus B. Here is equal to substitute values 1.944 plus 0.918. This will give you 2.862 cubic meters. Please check calculations at your end. Please confirm it, verify it, and then you copy it in your notebook. I hope the quantity of second item is also clear. That is quantity of PCC in foundation. Now we'll go to the third item of work. That is UCR masonry. How to determine, how to calculate quantity of UCR masonry in this given drawing. So quantity of UCR masonry in foundation and plinth. First of all, again we have to calculate the length of long wall for this UCR. Whatever is the length of long wall for excavation and PCC, same length of long wall or same length of short wall will not be there for UCR masonry in foundation and plinth, because width of excavation, width of PCC and width of UCR masonry, you see the section or sectional elevation, widths are different, so definitely length will be changed. What is the width of UCR? It is 0.6 meters. And what was the width for excavation? It was 0.9 meters. Width of PCC, it was 0.9 meters, same. But there is a reduction in the sectional width, and that has come to 0.6 meters. So obviously, length of long wall out to out or length of long wall in to in, that also will be changed. So here you understand length of long wall. Remember, concept remains same. Length of long wall is equal to center length plus 1 width of the respective item. When it was for excavation, we added 1 width of excavation. When it was for PCC, we added 1 width of PCC. This will remain same, that is center to center length will remain same, only width will be changed, and that's why length will be changed. So center to center length plus 1 width of UCR, center to center length already we have calculated, that is 6.3 meters plus 0.6, that is the width of UCR. Now how this 1 width? Again the same concept, half on one side and half on the other side of the center line. So it is 2 into half width, that is 0.3, it comes to 0.6. So 6.3 plus 0.6, that will give you 6.9 meters is the length of long wall for UCR masonry in foundation and plinth. And for short wall, same concept, center to center length minus, remember we subtract 1 width of the respective item for short walls, we add 1 width of the respective item for long walls. So center to center length minus 1 width of UCR, that is 4.3 minus 0.6, that is the width of UCR. This comes to 3.7 meters. So here in this slide, we understand that length of long wall for UCR masonry in foundation and plinth. Now this length is out to out, that is equal to 6.9 meters, and length of short wall, that is in to in for UCR masonry in foundation and plinth, is equal to 3.7 meters. Now we'll see how to calculate the quantity. For long wall, concept remains same, that is length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height of UCR, that is uncoarse rubble masonry. In the previous slide, we discussed exactly how we calculated the length of UCR masonry, that is 6.9 for long wall, multiplied by width of UCR masonry, that is 0.6, refer to the cross section, you'll understand. And height of UCR, above ground it is 0.5, below ground it is 0.5. So total height of UCR is equal to 1 meters. Now remember one thing, when sections are different, sometimes UCR masonry below ground is having some different width, above ground it is different width. In that case, you have to calculate both the quantities separately by considering the center to center length of long wall against short wall. So that separate calculation takes place. But here in this case, width remains same, above ground level and below ground level. So definitely we can consider the total height of UCR, that is 0.5 plus 0.5, 0.5 above ground level, 0.5 below ground level. So it comes to 1 meter. So 6.9 multiplied by 0.6 multiplied by 1, and like this there are two long walls, so multiplied by 2. Now this exactly in the same way we did in excavation and PCC also. So multiplication of 6.9, 0.6, 1 and 2, that will give you 8.28 cubic meters. So this is the quantity of UCR masonry for long walls only. Now we consider for short walls. For short wall, again it will be length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height of UCR. Length already we calculated, it is 3.7 multiplied by 0.6, width of UCR multiplied by 1, and like this there are two walls of same dimensions, therefore multiplied by 2, answer comes to 4.44 cubic meters. So total quantity of UCR in foundation and plinth is equal to, for long wall that is A, and for short wall it is B. So that is equal to A plus B, that is 8.28 cubic meters plus 4.44. This will give you 12.72 cubic meters. So total quantity of UCR masonry in foundation and plinth will be equal to this plus this, that is equal to 12.72 cubic meters. So third item of construction work is over here, that is we have calculated quantity of UCR masonry, and that is equal to 12.72 cubic meters. Then we will proceed with the next item, that is quantity of brick masonry here. Now to calculate quantity of brick masonry in superstructure, again the logic is same, concept is same. Length of long wall will be equal to center length. Now we have come up to the superstructure level, that is at the level for which plan is given to you initially in the problem. So length of long wall is equal to center length of long wall plus 1 width of brickwork. For excavation we added 1 width of excavation. For UCR we added 1 width of UCR. Now for brickwork in superstructure, again concept remains same. We have to add 1 width of brickwork in superstructure. Center to center length will not be changed. It will be 6.3. Right from excavation till superstructure, or from superstructure till excavation, center to center length of long wall, center to center length of short wall will not be changed. So it is 6.3 plus whatever is the width of brickwork, that is 0.3 meters. We have added that. So 6.3 plus 0.3 comes to 6.6 meters, and length of short wall is equal to center length minus 1 width, that is 4.3. 4.3 is the center to center length of short wall minus 1 width. Minus 1 width means minus 2 half widths. So that's why it is 1 width. So 4.3 minus 0.3 comes to 4 meters. Now remember one thing, when you come to the short wall for brickwork in superstructure, length of short wall should always match with the internal width of a room, or one dimension, that is width. And you can see this room plan which is given initially, it is 6 by 4 meters. So 4 meters is the width of the room. Here it comes to length of short wall as 4 meters. So this is a cross check, where if you are getting, or whatever length which you are getting here for short wall, whether it is matching with the internal dimension, that is the second internal dimension, that is width of the room or not. Here it is matching, that means all our calculations are correct. So while calculating quantity of brick masonry or brickwork in superstructure, first of all we have to finish calculation of long wall, that is out length, and for short wall, that is in length. Then how we calculate quantity of brickwork, that you understand. Exactly on the same track. How we calculated UCR masonry, how we calculated excavation, how we calculated PCC. Here again we'll divide it into two parts. One is long wall and other one is short wall. So length of long wall is equal to L into B, that is length into breadth into height of brickwork. So 6.6 into 0.3. 6.6 is the length, 0.3 is the width of brickwork, 3.2 is the height of brickwork, which is already given in the sectional plan, and like this there are two walls, so multiplied by 2. So multiplication of these numbers 6.6, 0.3, 3.2 and 2, that comes to 12.672 cubic meters. Then for short wall, length into breadth into height of brickwork, that is 4 into 0.3 into 3.2, that will give you quantity of one short wall only, but there are two short walls, that's why multiplied by 2, and calculation of this or multiplication of this, that comes to 7.68 cubic meters. Now you may think with reference to the other items that addition of these two will give you the total quantity of brickwork, but this is not correct. Because when we come to the brickwork level or brickwork in superstructure, there are openings which are provided in the superstructure wall. That is, we have got two windows of W1 dimensions, one window of W2 dimension, and one door which is given. Now wherever these openings are provided, there brick masonry work or brickwork will not come, and while calculating this quantity we have neglected that. We have not considered those openings. So those openings or brickwork in those openings, it has to be deducted separately. Then and then only will be able to get net quantity of brickwork in this. So what are those openings? Just have a look, because we need to calculate quantity of deductions also. So C part. Now these deductions will not come below superstructure. We don't provide openings in foundation, we don't provide openings in plinth also, correct? So these deductions will come only above plinth or in superstructure. So deductions will be like this. There is one door. What are the dimensions of door? They are given, that is 1.2 by 2.1. Now what is the wall thickness? That is 0.3. So volume of one door opening for brickwork will be equal to 1.2 multiplied by height of door opening, that is 2.1, multiplied by wall thickness, that is 0.3. This will be the volume of deduction. And how many such doors are there? There is only one door like this. So 1 into 1.2 into 2.1 into 0.3, this will be the volume of door opening, that is 0.756 cubic meters. Then we'll consider window W1. Now W1, there are two windows. So that's why here it is 2. How much or what are the dimensions of this window opening W1? 1.2 by 1. This is given in the given problem. In the given drawing it is given. W1 is 1.2 multiplied by 1. Now volume of opening for window W1 will be equal to 1.2 into 1 into wall thickness, that is 0.3, and since there are two like this, two windows like this, therefore multiplied by 2, and this calculation comes to 0.720 cubic meters. Now we'll consider window W2. There is only one window of W2, that is W2, there is a separate window because dimensions are different here. W1 is 1.2 by 1 meters, W2 is 1.5 by 1 meter, but W2 is only 1. So volume of deduction for window W2 will be equal to 1.5 into 1 into the wall thickness, that is 0.3, and like this there is only one window, so multiplied by 1, and this calculation gives you 0.450 cubic meters. So total quantity of deductions or total deductions will be equal to deduction for door plus deduction for W1, that is window W1, plus deduction for window W2, that is equal to 1.926. That means what? When we calculated quantity for long wall, we calculated quantity for short wall, and then when we add A and B, that won't be the correct quantity of brickwork, because from this A plus B, this is the extra volume, extra quantity which we have considered. Actually we are not constructed brickwork in openings, but we considered that also while calculating quantity for long wall and quantity for short wall. So these total deductions have to be deducted from A and B. So C is for deductions. So net quantity of brickwork is equal to A, that is for long wall, B for short wall, minus C, that is for deductions for doors and openings, doors and windows. So A is 6.336, B is 3.84, minus 1.926. So this will give you 8.25 cubic meters. So this is the quantity or net quantity of brickwork. I hope all of you have understood this very clearly. So net quantity of brickwork is like this: A plus B minus C. Please verify calculations at your end also. Is that clear? So brickwork is over. Now the next item is plastering, and that quantity of plastering we'll see in the next lecture. Thank you.